Hi everyone, welcome to the Screencast by me. So for today, the lesson will be, are you doing your body justice? Okay, so welcome. So we're going to talk about various things. It seems a lot that I'm going to squeeze into, but it's good for you to know how your choices and what you can do about it might affect your health. So let's move on. So are you seriously doing your body justice? Okay, so we're going to talk about things like SNDG, the Singapore National Dietary Guideline, fresh versus processed food, very popular topic, and food labels. Now, moving on. By me, Ms. Chen. Alright, now for the objectives, by the end of this lesson, I hope that I'm not asking for too much, but at least be able to list the Singapore Dietary Guidelines, the different aspects of a food label, and identify the main differences between fresh and processed food. So I'm not looking at many keywords. So main keywords I hope that you should at least know should be like a fresh, processed, calorie, obesity, diet, food label. So let's move on. What is the main issue? The main issue here is that more and more Singaporean teens are really disregarding their health, disregarding their health to indulge in food that they know aren't healthy to begin with. So disregarding means they do not care. And to indulge means they really get very involved, they like it so much, they eat and eat and eat, or they just go, let's say, indulge in gambling. That means you keep gambling, you cannot stop yourself. So let's take a look, why do I say so? Now, this is article. I didn't take the whole thing, but I thought the first few paragraphs are quite good enough for you just to take a look. For you to see what happened is that the SPH, the Straits Times, actually interviewed about 50 teenagers aged 13 to 19, as you can see, okay, about their dietary habits. So dietary habits means what do they eat. So on top of their list, okay, unfortunately, are fast food burgers, okay, deep fried chicken, wonton noodles, alright, chicken rice, no, pasta, cream pasta, and nasi lemak, another big no. And what's worse is that they also like to snack on chocolate, potato chips, candy, deep fried food, and ice cream. Their favorite drinks are green tea, iced lemon tea, cola milk, iced chocolate drink, bubble tea. In fact, they even report that while they were talking to them, most of them were drinking bubble tea. So, 2/3 name fast food as a favorite meal that they ate frequently. So, a question for you, what is your favorite fast food restaurant? Think about it. Why do so many teenagers go to these fast food restaurants? Alright. Now, it's quite sad that it happens because as we move down, as the situation gets worse, what does this actually means? Okay. So, what it means is that we are on the fast track to the obesity stage. We are on the fast track to the obesity stage, just like America, which you will get to learn about what is happening to America and how does it involve fast food and everything else. Okay. So, what happened is that there was a study that was done on the habits of the Singaporean children and teenagers. So what happened is that these two people, Ang Kai Ling and Schubert Fu, what happened is they did a short study and to go investigate what happens. And it's quite interesting to note that what happens is that they actually went to interview about 198 transcripts. So that means they interviewed about 198 people. And what happened is that they interviewed both preschool, that means children who has not gone to school, and young people at various eating outlets like hawker centers, food court, fast food restaurants. And all of them said they ate about 5 to 7 times a week. They ate out. So that means every day, it could be possibly every day, they are eating outside. And that means not at home. So when you are eating outside, let's just consider: are you eating fresh food? That means food that is not has not been processed in any way, or are you eating processed food? So we will get there to fresh and processed food much later and how it can affect us. So what are the common reasons that these people are eating outside? So reasons can really range, okay, from convenience. Some said convenience, all right. Nobody cooks at home, so everybody apparently decided to eat out. And the very few boys said they ate fruits and vegetables. So what happened is that this will continue to contribute to the high rate of obesity that increases risk of adult social diseases. What kind of diseases? Well, probably like diabetes, cancer, coronary heart disease. If you actually go and type online, just say the top killers in Singapore, probably you'll find it there. So what is obesity? What is obesity? Obesity just simply means we are becoming fatter and fatter. So here's a short video. Take a look at what obesity really means.
It's hard to miss the rapid spread of change since the 1990s. Yet there's one big change that we're not seeing: our weight. In 1990s Ireland, just under half of us were overweight. But now that number has increased, with 3 times as many men and nearly twice as many women becoming clinically obese. Even our kids are bigger, with 14-year-olds about 3 stone heavier than their grandparents at the same age. Our food has changed. We may have a greater variety to choose from, but we're choosing fast, convenience and processed foods more than ever. And while we're eating more, we're doing less. We spend more time on the couch, in the car, on the laptop, and less time walking, cycling, or doing anything vigorous. To think of it, we used to be slim, and the TV was the big one. Well, as we've all been spreading, so have our surroundings. In 1990, everything was smaller. Cars, playground slides, seats in cinemas and stadiums, even hospital beds. Our world has adapted to our new size, fooling us that it's normal. See, there's nothing like comfort sizing to remove the alarm of discomfort. The future's up to us. Basically, the risk of life-threatening disease increases dramatically when we're overweight. So we can sit back and let that happen, or we can turn things around and help stop the spread. Start now. Share this video with friends, then go online to safefood.eu for more to do. Then head out for a walk.
So technically, what it really means is that we used to be thin, and then we got a little bit overweight. We got a little bit more, and as the years go by, okay, what happened is that we became really obese, big size. Okay, so moving on. What are we doing about it? It has come to a point that we realize we have to introduce the Singapore Dietary Guidelines for children and teenagers so that they know that they have to eat better. So that includes you, of course. So you can see from here, okay, there are a few of them, like aim for variety and balance, drink more water, eat enough fruits and vegetables, eat less sugar, saturated fat, less salt. Okay, so why do we have all this? When you go through your slides for nutrients much later on, it is actually explained. All except for variety and balance. So variety and balance, what you mean, you know from the word variety means there's a lot of choices, and balance means you need to balance it out. So basically variety means you don't just eat like fried food, you don't just eat sweet food, you eat across. So you eat vegetables, steamed food, boiled food, grilled. And balance means whatever that you eat, that means you make sure that you eat just enough. Okay, don't overeat too much and then you end up not exercising or doing enough work and end up being obese. Okay, another one, drink more water. Singapore is really very hot, so it's definitely encouraged that you drink more water. Eat enough fruits and vegetables, okay, your vitamins and minerals. Less sugar, okay, definitely, so you don't want any teeth decay, cavities. Eat less saturated fat, definitely, so you won't become obese. And eat less salt. Okay, so salt, because too much salt might cause hypertension. Alright, now especially because hypertension is actually the number one, okay, the number one killer, okay, in Singapore, or at least one of the number one, okay, because it leads to the coronary heart disease and everything. Okay, next, moving on. So another thing that you need to know is that the difference between fresh fruit and processed food. So fresh fruit are usually those that have been harvested or produced and have not, okay, the X means not, no, okay, not dried, not frozen, not preserved in any single way. Okay, so processed food, on the other hand, aka convenience food, aka means also known as, that means it's gone through several processing stages before it is sold. And things like chemical, what kind of chemical? Like it are added so that it will last longer. Okay, last longer. Look nicer and to taste better, especially this part, because that's where your salt, your butter, your oil, all of them, your sugar, they're all added in. Okay, we'll take a look at the infographic to have a better look to see what are the differences between fresh food and processed food, especially when they compare between three things such as the sodium intake, the sugar, and the calories. Okay, so let's take a look at this infographic that I found on the internet. I thought it's a very good infographic to show you how fresh food and processed food usually measures up. So what they did is that they put about 30 common supermarket items on a chart, the graph, alright? So to see how their calories, sodium and sugar match up according to the price per serving. So you notice that a few food groups here are snacks, okay, fruits and vegetables, beverages, meat and egg, processed food, and grains. Now, which one do you think are fresh food? And which one do you think are processed food? Now, if you chose snacks, beverages, and processed food as a processed category instead of fresh, you are most likely to be right. And fruits or vegetables, meat and egg, and grains should be more likely to be under the fresh food category. So let's take a look at the calories. Just one look, you notice that the colors tend to match the charts over here. Okay, so if let's say you're looking at the word processed food, straight away you look for the code blue and you notice that the blue things here. So let's take a look how they measure up. Okay, now for example, I click snacks. So what happened? Now we'll notice that according to them, snack foods generally have a low cost and a high calories per serving. So they may be cheap, So some of you said, oh, I have no money, I need to eat food. Oh, look, Chips Ahoy or something. And then you just paid for it, ate it, and there you go. So you notice that the Snickers bar, okay, I know some of you love Snickers, have the highest calorie snack. So 280 calories per serving, and it's also the most expensive per serving. So let's take a look how did they fare. So for example, here your Snickers bar. So you notice that according to the graph, it's really high up on the calorie chart. Okay, and you notice Chips Ahoy, okay, Doritos, they're all down here. Okay, so you notice they're still high. All right. Now let's take a look at fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables generally have fewer calories. Okay, they are more expensive definitely because processed food are usually cheaper, so that you would buy them. Fresh food tend to be a little more expensive, but definitely there are more nutrients, okay, for you to do so. So another one, beverages, they have low cost, so it can be a Pepsi or Coke, all these, and you notice that again they have very high calories. Now, meat and egg. Meat have always been expensive. Meat has always been expensive. Okay, so but you notice that what they said here, that the fresh chicken breast, beef, and salmon tend to be a little high. Okay, however, okay, the one that are more cost effective, okay, tend to be like chicken nuggets, wieners, banquet chicken nuggets, but the best and the cheapest, okay, usually tend to be eggs, okay, which is down here. All right, so let me see. Yeah, so down, yeah, salmon tend to be very expensive, that's true. Lean ground beef, that is not in very little fat. Okay, oh, they did not put the chicken wiener. Okay, never mind. Moving on. Looking at the processed food, okay, processed food tend to be very high in calories and cheaper than fresh meat, which might make more nutritious entries. So you notice they are very, very high in calories. One look and you could tell. Let's take a look. Oh, Kraft macaroni and cheese dinner. Okay, oh, there's our chicken nuggets. See, I told you it's processed food. And there's the wieners. That means it's actually chicken franks. Okay, crinkles, french fries, potatoes, what's this? Pepperoni pizza. Okay, grains, low in calories and the cheapest. Okay, so tend to be brown rice, whole grain spaghetti tend to be a bit more expensive than those white rice. Okay, now let's take a look at the sodium. Oh, this is quite obvious. Okay, I'm not going to go through everything, but I think just basically from the chart, you could see that the processed food rates very, very, very highly on the chart. And we know that by eating too much sodium, you are actually putting yourself up for hypertension. Okay, so we noticed that what's this pink color one? Let's take a look. There will be snacks. Okay, so again, also as processed foods, they are also tend to be very high in sodium, and yet they are less expensive than fresh foods. Now let's move on to sugar. Okay, so one glance, you can take a look which one scores very highly on sugar. Beverages. So beverages are the cheapest things, but with the most sugar. So you have your Coke and everything, then Snickers bar. They are very, very high in Coke. And the problem is that more and more children love to drink Coke than milk. So you find that a lot of them actually start to have teeth which are turning yellow and which are actually breaking down, because what happens is that there's a lot of phosphoric acid in Coke. And do you know that people can use Coke to wash your car, wash the toilet, because they are that acidic. And you notice by having a lot of more sugar, you're actually increasing to your obesity. Now what's next? Let's take a look at the pink one. Snacks. Same thing. Snickers bar, worst offender, definitely because they're the highest calories. And the Twinkies chocolate and Chips Ahoy. Alright, they're next. Let's take a look where processed food lies. Okay, they don't contain that much sugar. Okay, but as you compare to the rest, it's about there. Now, which one contains the least? So, around grains, cheapest, and yet seems healthy for all. Okay, so moving on. All right, we hope that to turn the situation around, we hope that you can save yourself by using food labels to help you choose better food. Now, what are food labels? Okay. Food labels is a great way to help you make your selection when you choose your food items from the store. And these are usually found in the food packaging. So, for example, they are practically almost everywhere. So if you, let's say you take your favorite twisty fries, or you take your favorite potato chips, or even your cheese or your butter, turn the package around and you will notice something like this. So what you notice is that this is really a basic food label. They will, first of all, you will start here where they give you the serving size and how many servings per container. So next you will check the calories. Okay, you will take a look later at the video to tell you what calories are. Okay, and they usually give you how many calories can you get from fat, because we know that fat is actually the one that may cause you to become unhealthy. So, quick guide. When you take a look down the row, you'll notice that they will give you things like total fat, saturated fat, trans fat. Now, these three are the worst. Okay, one of the worst, especially trans fat. Okay, so what happens is that this means that if you have a high amount of saturated and trans fat inside the food item, you are likely to become unhealthier when you consume this food item. Another one will be cholesterol and sodium. Sodium is a mineral, but remember, sodium is the one that contributes to hypertension. Okay, so basically sodium is really your salt. So what they tell you is that limit all this. Okay, the next one they will ask you to get better is get more of it. Will be your potassium, your dietary fiber. Okay, your sugar here now, remember, this is also a no-no, another no-no. The green one here, vitamins, please get a lot more. So you can see from here, 5% or less is low. So let's say if we are looking at this, vitamin A, 4%, vitamin C, 2%, definitely low. Okay, but if let's say you say, oh, how do you know this one is high in calcium? Why? Calcium, 20%. Okay, using this analogy. So same thing here. So we take a look at sodium and we see it's, oh my god, 20%. That means high in sodium. Okay, now although the fat do not hit 20%, it's already quite near because it's actually 18%. Now the one below are all footnotes, so they're just giving you additional information. Okay, now moving on. Okay, so a closer look.
What's the difference between reduced fat
and low fat?
Which has fewer calories? Which has more calcium?
Gotta watch my salt. I have high blood pressure. So which do I choose? The pretzels or the popcorn?
I love pizza. But don't they have too much fat?
Mom said pick a cereal, but not one with a lot of sugar.
Which one of these has more fiber? The oat bran or the honey wheat?
Today, healthy eating has never been easier, thanks to the food label, a quick and easy tool to help you make food choices. Whatever your nutritional needs, the food label helps take the guesswork out of choosing what to eat. The food label and you. Check it out.
Jim has a heart condition.
I have to watch my fat. So which should we choose?
Look at the claims on the front. These give you a quick description of what's inside.
Can we really believe these claims?
Yes, you really can. Each claim means the same for all products, and the Food and Drug Administration makes certain that companies live up to these claims.
How do I know which claim is higher or lower?
Just turn the jar around and look at the nutrition facts panel. The numbers speak for themselves. See? The reduced fat has more fat than the low fat.
So by looking at the nutrition facts panel,
we can easily compare claims.
Right. The nutrition facts panel is the place to go for more information on the food you eat, starting with serving size. The serving size is based on the amount people usually eat. Look at the serving size on this package of cookies. It's 3 cookies. Eating more or less than the serving size will also change the number of calories and nutrients. For example, if you double the serving, you double the calories and nutrients.
We'll go with this one. It has less fat.
The percent daily value is your key to healthy eating. It's based on a diet of 2,000 calories a day. A high percent daily value means the food contains a lot of a nutrient. A low percent daily value means it contains a little. For example, look at the percent daily value for total fat. If you have 1 serving, you've eaten 5% of your 100% daily fat allowance. That's low. The percent daily value is also a tool to help you compare foods quickly and easily.
So I can use the percent daily value to choose between these 2 frozen yogurts?
Yes, just look at the label. The serving size is the same, but the fat-free frozen yogurt has 80 calories a serving, no fat, and 10% calcium. The low-fat frozen yogurt has 160 calories, 4% of your daily fat allowance, and is high in calcium.
So I can choose this one to lower my calories, or this one for higher calcium.
You got it. The choice is yours.
Then I choose this one, because I need more calcium.
For nutrients, we should eat less of, like fat, saturated fat, cholesterol, and sodium. It's healthier to keep your total amount for the day to less than 100% of the daily value. For nutrients, we should eat more of, like fiber and calcium. It's healthier to eat over 100% of the daily value. Eating the right foods is important because current research shows that what we eat affects our health. Eating more high-fiber foods such as fruits, vegetables, and grains may lower the risk of heart disease and some kinds of cancers. For women, eating more calcium lowers the risk for the bone disease, osteoporosis. A diet low in fat may also decrease your chances for heart disease and some types of cancer. So keep your fat intake to a minimum. Whatever you choose to eat, the Nutrition Facts Panel can help you compare foods and make healthful choices quickly and easily.
I'll get these honey wheat muffins. They have more fiber than the oat brands.
And I'll get this pizza because it has less fat.
Remember, less fat doesn't always mean fewer calories.
I know that, but I still love pizza. And this one has lower calories.
I'll get this one. Because it has less sugar.
Well, my goal is less salt, so I'll take the popcorn.
Keep in mind that if you double servings, you double calories and nutrients.
Okay, I got it.
So when you're choosing what to eat, remember, look at the claims on the front. These give you a quick description of what's inside. Refer to the nutrition facts on the side or back of the packages for detailed information. Pay attention to serving size. Remember, increasing or decreasing the amount you eat will increase or decrease calories and nutrients. Use the percent daily value to compare foods and see how a food fits into your total daily diet. and use the food label to choose healthy meals for a healthier life. The food label and you. Check it out. 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 Now let's check out some labels. How many servings in this package? 12. How many calories are consumed if you eat 3 cookies? 150. What is the percent daily value for saturated fat? 66%. What's your saturated fat limit for the rest of the day? 34%. Which has more fat? Whole milk. Which has more calcium? They're both the same. Should your daily dietary fiber intake be more or less than 100%? More than 100%.